Why Qatar can give so many perks that no other country can. There's a tiny country on this planet where people earn huge salaries, pay zero income tax, live in world-class cities, and enjoy insane perks from the government and employers. That country is Qatar. But the real question is, how? How can Qatar afford all this when many big countries are struggling with debt, unemployment, and high taxes? In this video, we're going to open up Qatar's money engine and see why it can give so many perks that almost no other country can. Stay with us till the end, because you'll also understand whether Qatar is actually a good move for someone like you, or not. Chapter 1. Setting the context. When we think of rich countries, we usually think of America, Europe, Japan. But if you look at money per person, Qatar is in a completely different league. It has a tiny local population, massive natural gas reserves, and a development model that is very different from what we see in large democracies. To understand Qatar's perks, we need to answer 4 questions. Where does the money come from? How do they spend that money? Who actually benefits from it? And what are the trade-offs behind the shiny picture? Let's start with the money source. Chapter 2. The hidden treasure under the sea. Qatar's story starts under the sea. Qatar sits on one of the largest natural gas fields in the world, often called the North Field. Think of it like this. Imagine your house is built on a giant oil well that never seems to end. And every month, you get a royalty check for billions of dollars. That's Qatar. Instead of just selling crude oil, Qatar became a global leader in LNG, liquefied natural gas. Countries sign long-term contracts with Qatar to buy gas for 10, 15, even 20+ years, which means the government knows roughly how much money is coming in. The income is huge and relatively stable. This is the foundation of all the perks: stable cash flow from a high-value resource that the rest of the world desperately needs. Chapter 3. Tiny population, massive money. But having money is only half the story. The real magic happens when you see how few people Qatar has to share that money with. Qatar's total population is a few million, but the actual Qatari citizens, the people who get full government benefits, are only a few 100,000. Compare that with India, 1.4 billion people, USA, 330+ million, even smaller European countries, 5 to 80 million. It's like this. Imagine a pizza. In most countries, that pizza has to be shared by 100 people. In Qatar, the same pizza is shared by maybe 5 people. Result? More money per citizen. Government can afford free or subsidized healthcare, education, utilities, housing support. That's why Qatar can say, no income tax. We'll still take care of our citizens. Because the money per head is simply on a different level. Chapter 4. The expat engine. Who really runs the country? Now here's something most people don't realize. Around 85–90% of the people living in Qatar are expats, foreigners who have come to work. That includes construction workers, engineers, doctors, teachers, IT professionals, aviation staff. Who builds the skyscrapers? Who runs the hospitals? Who maintains the systems? Mostly expats. And here is the crucial part. Expats do not get the same long-term welfare benefits as Qatari citizens. Their residency is tied to their job. They pay for their own housing, schooling, insurance in many cases. Some employers provide amazing packages: housing, travel, health insurance. But that's a company cost, not a lifetime government promise. So Qatar's model is, we will import talent from everywhere, pay them well, but we're not responsible for them for life. This keeps government expenses relatively low, even though the population looks huge on paper. Chapter 5. Why there's no income tax. So now the big question. How can Qatar afford 0% income tax when almost every other country taxes its people heavily? In most countries, income tax is used to pay for pensions, unemployment benefits, free or subsidized healthcare, public schools and universities, social welfare schemes. In Qatar, the gas money covers a huge part of government expenses. The number of citizens needing support is small. The government doesn't run a giant welfare system for millions of retirees. So they don't need to say, we must take 20%, 30%, 40% of your salary in tax. Instead, they can say, keep your full salary. Just help us build the country. For citizens, that means comfort without tax. For expats, that means high take-home income, even if they pay their own rent and costs. Chapter 6. Centralized power. Fast decisions. Another reason Qatar looks so advanced is the way decisions are made. Qatar is ruled by a monarchy. There's no messy coalition politics, no elections every few years where projects get cancelled. When the leadership decides, we'll build a world-class metro. We'll create a top airport. We'll host the FIFA World Cup. Those projects move very fast. Infrastructure is built in years, not decades. This centralized model has pros and cons, but from a development speed point of view, it gives Qatar a huge advantage over many democracies where long debates slow everything down. So the perks you see, clean cities, smooth roads, modern transport, are not accidental. They are the result of focused, centralized planning backed by huge gas income. Chapter 7. The hidden trade-offs. Reality check. Till now, it sounds like a dream, right? But no system is perfect. There are trade-offs. 1. Climate. Summers can easily cross 45–50 degrees Celsius. Your life becomes indoor and air-conditioned for several months. 2. No path to citizenship for most expats. You can live there for many years, but your residency is linked to your job. Lose the job, you lose the country. 3. Strict laws and regulations. Public behavior, speech, alcohol, dress codes. Everything is more controlled than in many Western nations. 4. Class differences. A highly paid professional and a low-wage worker may live completely different lives in the same country. So yes, Qatar is wealthy and full of perks. But it's not a permanent migration destination for most people. It's more like a financial accelerator. A place where you go, work hard, save well, and then move on with a stronger financial base. Chapter 8. What this means for you. So now we come to the main question. What does all this mean for you? If you're a professional in IT, healthcare, engineering, aviation, teaching, finance, Qatar can be a place to earn more in 5 to 10 years, save far faster than in many other countries, and experience a safe, modern lifestyle. But you must remember, it's not a forever home for most expats. It's a launchpad. A launchpad to pay off loans, build savings, invest in property or businesses, support your children's education. That is why Qatar can give so many perks that other countries can't. Natural gas wealth, tiny citizen population, huge expat workforce, no massive welfare burden, fast, centralized decision-making. All of that together creates a system that feels almost unreal compared to the rest of the world. If you want more videos where we break down countries, money systems, and real opportunities like this, hit subscribe, drop a like, and tell us in the comments, which country should we decode next? Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.